Hello everyone. Hello, we are back again with our next live. How are you all? So today we will be talking about our blog, next blog, and addressing questions on that. Let's wait for 2-3 more minutes so that if someone is joining, let's wait for the viewers, audience. So we keep on doing these live stream wherein we address the questions that we receive on our blogs, on our website. Our website is Hello everyone. I'm really sorry for the technical glitch. It's raining in Mumbai, very heavy rain, and I think my network is not that great. Let's hope that the live goes smoothly and now I don't face any network issues. Now I will not waste much time, as I was mentioning earlier that we keep on doing these live streams based on our blogs that is there on my website. We get questions on our blogs. I get messages from people, the questions based on that blog, and that's why I started this, where I feel it's good to address the questions on live platform. And so today we are back again with our fifth episode of blog live stream. There is a link on the description. You can see on the screen. This is the link for the blog page. If you have not gone through the blog, please go there. It's on the website. Read it. I welcome you all to this live session today. Like I just mentioned, that the topic you can see on the screen is introvert. Introvert, a keen contributor in meeting. This is our blog, and our blog is talking about introverts, personality types, which is a very intriguing topic of discussion for most of us. And introvert versus extrovert has been a major part of our culture. It is not only a matter of discussion for people in academia, but also content creators on social media. So today, let's see what questions my audience have put through that I'm going to address. Before that, let me just give a little brief about myself. I'm Shweta Garg, your image transformation expert and the founder of Dream Image Consulting and Behavioral Training Institute. And I once again welcome you all to this live session. So I have this printout with me with all the questions of my audience. Let's start. Now, the first question that I have received on the topic, introvert, is how can image consulting help an introvert open up in front of others? Okay, it's about that I'm an image consultant, and there is a misconception about image consultants, that they work only on styling, that it's only about fashion, it's only about fashionable clothes, it's only about wearing makeup. But understand that an image of a person is much more than his physical appearance. It is a combination of, yes, appearance, and also the way he talks, the way he behaves. That means your communication and behavior. And in today's age, it's an era of digital world and social media. An individual's image also comprises his online presence. So when we talk about an image consulting, an image consultant, he or she gives clients makeover, coach them on the right wardrobe style for the image they want to project. Also, shuffle their closet or go on shopping expeditions with them. But an image consultant also give instructions on effective body language, communication, social etiquette, dining etiquette, and tips for self-confidence. So coming to your question that how can an image consultant help an introvert open up in front of others, when you as an individual realize that now I am a better version of myself, right? Because after getting coached by a consultant that you are a better version, you are an upgraded version, you have enhanced yourself, you are an effective communicator because you have worked on developing yourself. So as a result, don't you think being an introvert, you will start opening up in front of others because you have worked on developing your confidence? That's how an image consultant helps an introvert to open up. Coming to our next question. How can I improve my observation and listening skills? Okay. When we say improvement on your observation and listening skills, you have to remove as many distractions as possible, right? Why I'm saying that remove distractions, so that you can focus on what other person is saying. See, we are human beings. Our mind, it is prone to being distracted. Human mind looks for an opportunity to escape. Therefore, remove possible distractions when you are listening to someone. For example, put down your phone, turn away from your computer screen, avoid unnecessary interruptions. For an instance, you have a meeting and you have to go for a meeting. While going to a meeting room, leave your phone behind. That's a distraction for you. Certain behaviors like shuffling papers, looking out of the window, doodling, picking your fingernails, or something like this, avoid these behaviors. Why you have to avoid these behaviors? Because they distract you from the process of listening. And when you avoid these, then your listening becomes more effective. Also, this will indicate the speaker that, okay, you are sitting there and not just hearing me, you are listening to me, you are interested in what I'm talking, right? That's how you can improve your observation and listening skills. We move to our next question. I identify myself as an introvert as well. I find it quite difficult to open up in front of others, even if I have good ideas. Can you suggest me how to break away from this shyness? Okay, here's the thing about being an introvert, why you feel that I am an introvert? Because you feel that sometimes, I don't belong. The statistics and the reports also say that 50 to 74% of people are extroverts. So as an introvert, it's not that you are not social, you are in fact, you know to a certain extent, right? You are social to a certain extent. It's not that you're completely introvert. It's a mindset that I'm introvert, I cannot socialize, I'm introvert, I cannot open up to people. Everyone has that little bit of extrovertness in them, right? So since, why you're introvert? Because you're constantly analytic, you're constantly analyzing yourself, right? You're constantly self criticizing yourself, your thought process. You have to view your own thought process and look at it as an advantage. Understand that being an introvert, also you are equipped with the skills to make things important, to make things happen. Think about the field of science, art, education. you know all the fields have people, like you're saying you are, that I'm an introvert, like introvert. They don't open up to the world. They were not that social. But think about the contributions that these people have made, the advancement that has come to the society by these people. So there is only one way that you can break away from this shyness, is by realizing that it's time to fully seize my introverted tendency. I have to own it. I have to make it my strength. That's the only way that you can break away from this shyness. Okay? Let's move to our next question. Ma'am, you have suggested that an introvert especially should be the first to speak in a meeting. This is usually a difficult task for me. I rather like to listen to others' idea and put my thoughts on the basis of that and then speak. Isn't that a better strategy? You're saying that I've written in my blog. In my blog, I have mentioned that if you are thoroughly prepared for the meeting, then be the one to initiate with your ideas. But if you lack on your preparation, then obviously it's a better idea to first listen to others, understand, grasp them, digest them, and then put your thoughts across. See, the main point is to involve yourself and actively participate in the discussion, right? So it's not that you should be the first one to speak. You have to speak, but the preparation has to be there. If you're not prepared, listen to others and then digest it, understand it, and then involve yourself and then participate in the discussion. Right? So we move to our next question. I'm not exactly an introvert, but I do find it as a challenge to speak in professional meetings. What should I do to overcome it? Okay, when you say that I'm not exactly an introvert, but still it's a challenge, right? Because understand, speaking in a meeting, professional meeting, in a conference, or any place where you have audience in front of you is something that is difficult for everyone, that daunts everyone, especially an introvert. So it's not about being an introvert or an extrovert. The truth is that everyone has the potential to be a good speaker, or I can say to be a good public speaker. What is the key? The key is to be able to, deliver the presentation in an engaging way, right? For that, what you have to do? Obviously, you're scared, right? The first reason why you're not able to do is the fear. So just feel the fear and do it anyway. Just be yourself. When I say be yourself, that means don't take the pressure to be like any other presenter. Identify your strengths and then focus on using them. Sometimes what we do is, when we are standing in front of the audience, we think of some other speaker and we want to be like them. Don't do that. Simply think of when you are your best, when you were your most confident self. Envision that time. Envision a time when you feel strong, when you feel good about yourself, and then channel that version of yourself on the stage or in front of this audience, in the conference room, in a professional meeting, right? Let's move to the next question. So one of the common feedbacks I've got is that I have to work on my eye contact. How can I work on that? See, when we talk about eye contact, strong eye contact can affect everything, from getting a new job, from getting a new contract, from getting a yes to from your client, to advancing your career, for your growth, everything. And I'm guessing if you have been told to work on your eye contact, that means you may not be able to look directly into other people's eye when you're talking, right? And this usually happens if one often feels that they are being judged. Other people are making opinions about them, or they are being, scrutinized when making an eye contact. So it could be related to shyness or lack of confidence. Now, when you're asking me on how to improve eye contact, I would like to give you few tips. First step is start making eye contact. When you start talking to someone, you have to do it. And when you speak, 50% of the time you have to maintain the eye contact. And when you're listening, then 70% of the time you have to maintain the eye contact. Third tip, allow your eyes to go slightly out of the focus so that you reduce the intensity. It should not happen that you're staring at someone. The other person should not feel uncomfortable. So you have to relax. Why we are doing this? Why we are moving our eyes towards sideways? Because we want to avoid creepy staring, right? Now, when you're having the eye contact, hold eye contact for about 5 seconds at a time. And when you break that eye contact, glance to the side. Then you come back, right? Why? Again, we don't want to make other person feel uncomfortable. When I say look at the side, that means don't look down. When you're breaking the eye contact, don't look down, because it can indicate lack of confidence. And when you're doing all this, breaking the eye contact, looking sideways, you have to do it slowly, because the person sitting next to you or in front of you should not feel that you're shy or nervous. If you are in a group, then what to do? If you're talking to people in a group, then while talking to them, while speaking to them, you have to choose one person in the group, in the audience, as if you're talking to only that person. Then slowly you can include as many people in the group as you can. How? Like you're talking to one person as if you're talking to him. Then when you start a new sentence of your conversation, then choose another person in your group and make eye contact with them. This way you can include more people in the conversation. Now, when you work on your eye contact by using these tips, you will be able to have more engaging conversation with people. And it's amazing, eye contact plays a major role in connecting with your audience or connecting with your friends in your social circle, to engage with them, right? We move to our next question then. As an introvert, I do not like to speak in a loud voice. Should I work on this? Um, in fact, when it comes to speaking in front of an audience, introvert, shy people, uh, they have strengths that loud and confident people do not have. And when these strengths, they realize that we have these strengths and they embrace these strengths, that's when they become an effective communicator, extremely effective communicators. So what I'm saying is that it's not important to be loud. In fact, important is to give the audience what they want, whether that's solving a problem, whether you're presenting on a topic and helping them in that, whether reaffirming a belief that they have, whatever. For that, you have to work on your tonality and body language. It's not about being loud. So when you're presenting, instead of being loud, talk as slowly as possible you can. Why? Because it will help you to reduce anxiety. Also, it will help you to slow down your heart rate. And this way, your audience gets a chance to really listen to your words and digest them. Another tip, don't forget to smile. Unless you're talking about something which is very serious and, obviously then you cannot smile. But otherwise, don't forget to smile, because it's the most powerful way to make a good impression and to be liked by audience. And last but not the least is positive body language, because your mind will follow the feeling connected to your body language. That's why it's not important to be loud. It's important that you work on your tonality and body language. Positive body language. Okay? Let's move to our next question. I want to improve upon my social skills. How should I go about it? Now, if being an introvert, you're saying that you want to improve upon your social skills, right? Uh, when we are introvert now, we have that social anxiety thing. And when we have anxiety, when we are in a social circle, that prevents us from expressing ideas and our kind of who we are, our personality, because we have that fear of being judged, we have that fear of being scrutinized, we have that fear of being rejected, and it results in misunderstanding, right? What happened as a result, socially anxious people often feel that they are being misunderstood. Now, coming to your question, that how can you improve your social skills, right? So try a few steps. Work on your body language. I just mentioned that your mind follows the feeling connected to your body language. That means you can intentionally use confident body language to feel more confident. See, it's an amazing fact about gestures. When you take any gesture consciously, then you start feeling the emotion connected to that gesture. That means your body language signals to people around you exactly what you're feeling. So when you practice confident body language, what you're doing is you're opening up your mind to the possibility that you can actually overcome social anxiety. You can actually develop confidence. So you are fixing your body language. And this is not the last step, it's the first step. What's the next one? What else you can do? Now, if you want to develop any skill, what you should do is you must practice it. So you want to improve your social skills, that means socialize more. Focus on enjoying the experience. When I say socialize more, being an introvert, what we do is we set a goal. Okay, I'm going to socialize. I'm going to a social circle to make friends, to meet people, also to find people who will give me those friendly reactions, who will smile back at me. But don't expect that. Don't set that goal, because when it does not happen, then it can make you nervous. It can really make you nervous. So what you have to do is instead be happy that you're improving your social skills and confidence. Next, the next step is try to keep record of your interactions. Of course, I'm not saying that write down every interaction that you have, everyone you meet, and what you have spoken. No, don't do that. But you can keep a record of those moments, those times when you avoided an interaction, you faced your fear, and you have taken action. What happens when you make a record of that, and when you go through that, that reminds you of the progress that you're making in the process of improving your social skills, in the process of overcoming your social anxiety, in the process of building your confidence. It's not much time taking, 10 minutes hardly it takes. So try to keep a record of that. Also, next step is take action to come out of your comfort zone. When I say come out of your comfort zone, you might be having things that you do induce anxiety in you. List down, write it down, rank those least to maximum. That means in the order of least to most anxiety inducing thing. Start facing these fears. Work on the easiest one, then move up. What happens when you take action, when you take them up and you see that you can face the scariest thing, you will tell yourself, oh, it was not that tough, I did it. That's when you develop self-belief. You start believing in yourself, and that's when you improve your social skills and confidence. The last is embrace mistakes. See what happens when you are taking action, like I just told you, you will make mistakes. And that was the reason you were not taking action, because you always think, oh, what if I may make mistakes? That's why you let me stay in my comfort zone, not realizing that this is limiting your opportunities. So don't look at mistakes as failures. Instead, see them as learning opportunities. Embrace them. Embrace mistakes as they, what they're doing is they're showing you how you can improve next time. What mistakes, where did you go wrong? So this is the improvement I have to do. So these are few tips or few steps that you can follow on improving your social skills. Right? We move. Many a times during a meeting, I am listening keenly to others and do not quite understand when to put my thoughts forward. Okay. I lack that initiate to speak unless asked to. This might show that I am not interested. What should I do to overcome this? Oh, okay. So Like you said, that you are listening to people, but you don't know when to put your thoughts across, right? When you're listening to others, that means you're not just hearing, but listening to understand. That's what listening means. And if you're not sure when to put your thoughts across, then you can start by asking questions. Asking questions means reframe what the speaker said to make sure that your understanding is correct. But only once the speaker has finished talking, you can start asking questions. And when you reframe and ask him to understand your understanding is correct, this also shows that other person, this also shows the other person that you have heard what they said by repeating back to them a summary. You have not just added your opinions, you're not just giving your suggestions, you have understood, you have heard them, and this gives them confidence that you're sitting there and listening to them. This makes them feel that you are interested in them. Now, another way of showing that you are interested is not interrupting them and by listening with your body. It's not always that you have to talk and give your suggestions and opinions, then other person will feel, oh, he or she is interested in what I'm saying. No, don't interrupt them and listen with your body. When I say listen with your body, that means make eye contact, smile, nod. There are some leading noises that you can do, like really. Then you can say okay, go on. And these are leading noises. Someone is talking and say, okay, go on, I'm listening, please tell me more, etc. There are many more like this. Or what you can do, you can turn towards the person who is talking, lean in, make them feel listened. This way also they feel that you are interested. So when you say that, I don't know when to put my thoughts forward, see, you can start by asking questions, but it's not always important to do that. You want that people should feel that I am interested in what they are saying. For that, there are other ways also. Listen with your body is very important. After that, once you give your suggestion and opinions, that makes a difference. Okay, so this was our last question. These were the questions for today. Thank you for sending such wonderful questions. I hope that my responses were useful to you. If again you have any questions related to the blog, please put it where the blog is. At the end of the page you can put your questions, or you can directly message me on my website. I can respond to you there. Keep interacting with us. We promise that we'll be bringing such interactive sessions in future, and stay tuned. There is so much more coming in. Thank you so much for joining in. Bye-bye. Take care. Keep an eye on our Facebook page, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Bye-bye. Take care.